Y'all, I swear for Jesus, I cannot, I just can't. Oof. Hold on. Yeah, it's that type of day. So I'm sitting here watching YouTube, and I come across this one of my um, African content makers. I think her name is Nanya, and she lives in Nigeria. Okay, so she does stitches, like she'll sit on the side. You know how they do, they'll sit on the side and then they'll watch other content creators stitch videos, which is pretty cool. um Came across this Pastor Philip Mitchell in Atlanta, and he is on stage in a sweatshirt telling black people in his congregation, apparently it was some white people in there, because he says, yells it, screams it, sweats it. You need to teach your kids how to be obedient to the police. You need to stop blaming white police officers for unaliving your kids. The police car hadn't even stopped. Tamir Rice, 12 years old, in the park with a toy gun. The car hadn't even stopped before the police officer aimed his gun out the car while opening the door and shooting at the same time. That baby didn't even have time to comply. They said nothing to him. 12 years old. What about Fidel? I'm sorry, what was that young man's name? I think his name was Vidal. I'm sorry, I'm high. Um, Killed him for no reason. So many. I just don't have the names right now. It's depressing to even look up. It's depressing to even talk about. And judge me if you want to. Don't give a damn. I'm from California. No, I don't go to church no more. I can't. Done seen way too many hypocrites, starting with my pastor. Yeah. We were homeless at one time, the church was. We were having Sunday service in a junior high school and Wednesday Bible study in a high school. Finally, we got up enough money and built the little church. It was perfect for us. And then it turned into a mega church. All of a sudden, the congregation is not good enough unless you're paying him. No lie, me and my ex-husband had a couple. He worked with them um, where he was working, and these two people got together, and she had, I think, 5 children, and he had four, 9 children. So guess what happens? You get behind on your tithings. Sometimes, these things happen. But the last time I read the Bible, I'm sure heaven was free. All you had to do was believe that Jesus died for you. All you had to do was believe that he is real and he is a living God. And we believe this. But the shepherds, the heads of the churches, shame on you. Shame on you. These people was raising 9 kids, making $12 an hour each. They got behind on their tithings. So when they went to pastor, I won't even say his name, when they went to pastor and asked him to marry them, he says, you know what, let me get with my accountant. Okay. But in my head, I'm like, what does accountant got to do with joining these people in holy matrimony? You should be honored to do that. You're bringing love and joy into this world. You're a pastor. gets back to them or sends them a letter, or I don't even believe he's the one who said it. Um, Looks like you're behind in your tithings. So I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to do any baptism. I'm not going to do your mother's funeral. But one of my ministers will. Have a good day. Right then. Do you know I didn't cuss for like 7 years? I didn't cuss for like 7 years. It was church. It was home, work, church. Home, work, church. That was it. That's all I did. And then I start seeing things. I'm like, that's not cool. I was playing Christian rap, y'all, with a beat. He's a Hispanic guy. I think he's like from the Bay Area. I forgot his name. But if you guys remember Fighting Temptations with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce, he was one of the prisoners. He was a Hispanic guy. Can rap his butt off. Christian rapper. I was bumping his music. Coming to Bible study. The elders looked at me and judged me. Yeah, I shouldn't be playing that music. But our youth choir, they have a little rapper too. And they sing Kirk Franklin. All these songs is bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And your old ass with your diaper on I wanted to say this. I didn't say this because I respect my elders. But I wanted to say your old ass in the front row jamming, knowing them knees about to click off. I hate hypocrites. And this guy, let me see if I know how to turn this camera around. I don't know how to turn the camera around, y'all. I'm not savvy with the technology. But look at this guy. Look, you tell me if this guy looks like an inviting, loving pastor. You tell me if this man, would you go to this guy and ask him to marry you and your wife, baptize your kids, preach to you? Watch this. Oh, yeah, that guy. I don't know if you can see him, but that guy is the one that was screaming to the black people, stop blaming these white police for unaliving your kids. Teach them better. I really hope y'all seen that guy. Let me see. Yeah, him. I would not be able to go. Hell, he reminded me of a dark-skinned Suge Knight. That's just me. He looked like a bully. He looked like he's always been a bully, but he has the gift of gab. He was probably a pimp before he was a preacher. He probably was. He just got pimp tendencies. Every last pastor and pimp are the same. The pimp at least got the audacity to be up in your face with his gold teeth. And you know what he about. He telling you the truth. Bitch better have my money. We know what he want. But then the pastors is using the Bible. They're using the God that we love. In Jesus' name. Did you just get up there and judge a room full of black parents without doing your research? Or do you not care that the innocent had nothing to do with the way they were raised? It had nothing to do with that. You don't make no sense to me. None. Hypocrites. He who is without sin cast the first stone. I dare you. I dare you. Cast the first stone. I cannot believe this guy. He doesn't look like a pastor. I will never respect him as a pastor. Y'all need to look up the Cussing Pastor on YouTube. I remember I found this video. Somebody sent it to, I don't know. I don't know how I got to it, but it was a minute ago, like maybe 2013. And it was this pastor. And next to him, standing up, he's an older man, he's sitting in a chair, and it's a younger lady, look like she may be in her young 30s, and she's voluptuous. She's like well endowed. So she, what did Dave Chappelle say? It was popping out of her turtleneck. No, she was well endowed. And the pastor looked it was around the time the gay marriage was turning over. And it started getting serious, more and more, things start happening. So he says, if this is a pastor, if you don't like pussy and titties, something wrong with you. I was like, what the hell? And then he had his head on the girl breast while he was saying it. And she just standing there. Hee hee. Black people. Black pastor. I'm hearing that some of these pastors are sleeping with some of the young men in their congregation. That's why I don't go to church. I refuse. I refuse. Now, there are some good churches out there. Like, my children grew up in The Rock, and that was Pastor Allen and Kathy. Beautiful couple. They basically helped me raise my kids. All the kids, they would send vans, to pick them up and bring them home. They fed them. They had crafts and every parties. Instead of Halloween, they did Holyween. Those were good people. Those were really good people. So good that he actually served Obama. I'm not sure how long he stayed at the White House, but he had to leave Las Vegas and leave the church. And everyone was very sad because we knew it was going to go down once they left. And he was one of Obama's, I believe, advisors. But I'm so done. I can't. I can't. This man is passing judgment. Really? You telling black people to do better? Your mama should have did better. Yeah. Your mama should have did better. You're a fraud. You look like a bully. You look like a hitman, actually. You don't look nothing godly. There's nothing godly about you. You need to soften your heart, because your heart is the way it is. That's who you are. And you look just like it. I really hope this reaches you, because you really are horrible and you sicken me. You're a bully, and you need to do some research, because Tamir Rice didn't deserve to die. He was doing nothing but playing. They didn't even yell, "Stop, what are you doing? Hold." No, the freaking car didn't even stop. The police just opened fire on this baby. I don't like you. I really don't. And God probably don't like you neither. Have a good day.